Alright, we are live. Welcome, ladies, gentlemen, and everyone in between. I am Violet Hyena. You are here with Perfect Timing. I am here to do tarot card readings for people with perfect timing. So welcome. If you're here, you have perfect timing. I have 13 decks, and all of them have a lot to say, and I use one playing card deck to choose which one gets to speak. And I'm going to use this Oracle deck as a filler because I don't know when people are going to join, and this is, I like filling it with you good vibes. Tapping in chat. There we go. All right. Hi, Margaret. How you doing? Margaret says hello, and I did my welcoming chat, which was welcome. Drop your question in the chat, and I'll get to them ASAP. I will be filling quiet time with the oracle readings, and yes, I do see that Margaret has questions. Is TT going to try to blackmail me? And is my friend I called today just want to have Finn? Is my friend I called today just want to have Finn fun? Is my friend called today just want to have fun? Okay, so I get the first question. The second one is not quite clear. Is my friend I called today just want to have fun? Is my friend. He is just looking for fun. Oh, is your friend who called today, does he just want to have, is he just looking for fun? Okay, I think I get the context of this question now. So I'm going to put these away, and I'm going to be able to answer that for you now. So, does TJ blackmail people? Is TJ gonna try to blackmail Margaret? And is the friend looking for fun? is the friend Margaret called today just calling, looking for fun? And is TJ lying about Margaret's brother in the house being fixed up? Alright, let's find out. Which deck would like to answer Margaret? Which deck? Which deck? Number 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, which is the Robin Wood Turret. I'm fixing the pen because otherwise it's bouncing around. There we go. Number 6, got the Robin Wood Turret. Okay, so is TJ going to try to blackmail Margaret? Is the friend Margaret called just looking for fun? And is TJ lying about Margaret's brother in the house being fixed up? Okay, so is TJ going to blackmail? No. Is the friend Margaret called today just... is he just looking for fun? Yes. And is TJ lying about Margaret's brother in the house being fixed up? No. Okay, and then we're going to look into the cards for more detail. So, is TJ going to blackmail you? No. TJ is not going to blackmail you. Positive stuff is that this is the Star. This is a major arcana. This is a card of hope. And I don't think he believes in blackmail. I think he believes that he can be a better person than blackmail. So yeah, he's not going to do that. And then, is the friend looking for fun? Yes, the friend is just looking for fun. And that is another major arcana, which is strength. And it is inner strength. It is a more primal strength in this regard. So yeah, this is, the friend is looking for fun. Very simple, very straightforward. Nothing complex about it. But definitely a major part of it is just looking for fun. Nothing more. And then TJ lying? TJ lying about Margaret's brother in the house being fixed up? And the answer is no. And this is the Six of Cups. And this cup is a card of victory, normally. And it usually has to do with going back to a childhood phase where the childhood, sense of emotion comes out because it's cups. So that might be related to your brother. But no, he's not lying about it. Some things might be coming up, like old patterns, and that could be it. But he's not lying. Alright? And that is what the cards have to say. I hope that helps you out, Margaret. I'm going to have a drink. Of water. Yeah. Water drink. Oh, ice water is so important here. Okay. Will TJ request for the divorce be done right away with Zoom? So will TJ request immediate divorce by Zoom? Is TJ going to try to offer me money to stay in the marriage? Money offer from TJ. Okay, I'm going to start looking for a new deck to answer these questions. Okay, and this is Jack. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And that is the Prism Visions deck. And is TJ looking for Margaret to take care of the girls when they come? TJ and babysitting the girls. Okay, so Will TJ request for the divorce to be done right away with Zoom? Is TJ going to try to offer Margaret money to stay in the marriage? And is TJ looking for Margaret to take care of the girls when they come? Okay. All very good questions. Let's find out. Is TJ gonna demand divorce over the Zoom? Yes. Is TJ going to try to offer money to stay in the marriage? Yes. Is TJ looking for Margaret to take care of the girls when they come? No. Okay, so this Three of Swords for will TJ request for the divorce to be done right away with Zoom? And the answer is no, because he's handling a lot of mental stress and heartbreak. So he's not going to be ready for that over Zoom. Oh, wait. Will TJ request for the divorce to be done right away with Zoom? And the answer was yes. So in that case, if it's a heartbreak, it would probably be yes, he kind of wants to get it out of the way because it is a heartache, and a clean cut would be better than stagnation of it, like rip off the band-aid mentality. Okay, and the second one was, is TJ going to try to offer money to stay in the marriage? And the answer is yes. Because why not try to fix it, right? Says the fool. Who's a little, I guess, let me see. Like, the fool is the one on the journey. He probably doesn't want to start over again. I think this is what this card is, because the fool is the fool in the journey. But if he's going to try to offer you money to stay in the marriage, then he doesn't want to go on that start over journey again. He's looking to not do that. And then CJ looking for Margaret to take care of the girls when they come. And the answer is no. 7 of Wands. And the 7 of Wands is the variety of actions. This one makes me think that he wants more priority time with the girls. So he's not looking for you to take care of them. Alright, I hope that helps you out, Margaret. And then I'm going to have water and then check chat. drink some water. I have a very large jug of water. It's very icy, very yummy, very good. Alright, and I see Debbie Kelly's here. Hello, Debbie! And Debbie says, hello, beautiful Rose. And Debbie says, can you please pull a card and tell me what the universe has to say? Yes. Yes, I can. So, Debbie, you're on the list. I will get back to you once I catch up on chat. And then Margaret says, is Margaret's brother-in-law telling TJ he has to leave after the divorce? And Margaret says, thanks. You're welcome. So then Margaret is back on the board. Debbie. Debbie wants a card from the universe. Let's see which one. Put that over here for now. Which deck would like to answer Margaret's question? Which deck? Oh, let's see which one today. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's gonna be every little thing you do is magic. La 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 la. It's magic, you know. It's a good deck. No, go back. It's my newest deck. Come here. Come on. Open! Yeah, that's better. Let's see. What does the universe have to say to Debbie tonight? What does the universe have to say to Debbie tonight? What does the universe have to say to Debbie tonight? Alright, the universe says, Oracle of Pentacles. The Oracle of Pentacles. So Pentacles is wealth, health, and earth, and manifested goods. And the Oracle of Pentacles is, I believe, the Queen of Pentacles in this deck. And I especially think that's so because this deck also has a background of bees. So this is a queen bee, full, like, surrounded with honey. So this is definitely a wealthy card to be a queen bee surrounded by workers and honey. Um, I'm looking into the card for more information. I mean, this queen is in her element of being surrounded by wealth and workers and just getting everything done. And this is just, now in the workflow. So I believe this is probably the energy that you're giving off right now is queen bee energy. So go rock that, because that sounds really amazing and very empowering. Because if you got all your worker bees going and you're making lots of honey, you're making lots of money, and that's in your vibration, that's amazing. Go, Debbie. So that is in your vibration. That's what the universe wants you to know. I hope that helps you out, Debbie. Put this back, and then we'll get to Margaret's question. And Margaret's question is brother-in-law telling TJ he has to leave after the divorce? Brother-in-law telling TJ he has to leave after divorce. Okay. Let's find a deck for that. Which deck? Ace. So the Cat's Tarot. The silliest of tarot card decks. And it's a Hufflepuff. If it makes a difference to you, maybe it shall one day. Sorry, my brain needs to focus sometimes. Brain, just put it down. Come on now. I won't. You know what? I don't need a working brain. Working brains are for working people. I don't think that's a compliment on my part. I think that was an insult on my part. Oh, I'm very warm. I need more ice water soon. Okay. So, is the brother-in-law going to tell TJ to leave after the divorce? And the answer is yes. And we're going to look further into the card. The card is the Hanged Man. And this card is about changing your perspective about what you're looking at. So, and this is a major arcana card. So it's gonna be a major event. And it's definitely gonna be a perspective turner, because when the divorce goes down, he's gonna have a whole new perspective. And that is, it's kind of a, if the brother-in-law tells TJ to leave after the divorce, it's like a lot of perspective changing, because this is a change. This is a huge change. And now everything is different. You're no longer married. You guys are divorced. TJ has to face that. And that's just gonna create the new perspective. So yeah. I hope that helps you out, Margaret. I'll put this back. And you are very welcome. I'll put this stick back and have more water. There we go. And click reset my pads. And Evelyn Links says, "Can I ask?" And yes, Links, you may ask. And Links, I don't believe I've seen your username before. Are you new? And if you are, thank you for subscribing. And welcome, and you can ask as many questions as you like, as long as I'm streaming. I usually stream for 2 hours at a time. Welcome, Evelynx. And Evelynx says, "What does my person currently feel towards me?" Okay. Alright, so Margaret, I'm going to do Evelynx real quick, and then I'll get back to you. So, Evelynx. It's just that they're new, and I want to let them know how the process works. And then Margaret. Alright, so I got you both down. I will get back to chat after I'm done with this list. So, Evelynx first, and then Margaret, I'll get you to your question second. Okay, so Evelynx. I'm gonna pick a deck for you. So, which deck would like to answer Evelynx? Which deck? Which deck? Okay, it's gonna be, number 7. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's going to be the Every Little Thing You Do Is Magic tarot card deck. Everything you do is magic, you know. Do, 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 do. Okay, and the question is, what does Everlynx's person currently feel towards Everlynx? What does Everlynx's person currently feel towards Everlynx? What does Everlynx's person think towards Everlynx? Yep, there it is. All right, 9 of Cups. All right, that's a positive card. So the Cups is emotion and water and feelings, and the 9 of Cups is like the harvest time of the suit. So gathering all of the emotions, this is like a good, like solid, fulfilling emotion. So your person feels very fulfilled emotionally when you are around. And that is what the cards say. That's a very positive card. Good for you. So they feel very positive towards you. I hope that helps you out, Everlynx. I'm going to put this stick back, and then we're going to do Margaret. And Margaret's question was, is TJ going to come crying to Margaret after her brother-in-law puts him out? So is TJ gonna come crying? Is TJ gonna come crying? We're gonna pick a deck. We're gonna pick a deck. We're gonna pick a deck for Margaret. Okay, and that is number J, which is 11. So 1, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. It is the Prismavision deck. Boop. And the question again for the cards is TJ gonna come crying back to Margaret after Margaret's brother-in-law is a big bully? Not a big bully, but, you know, puts him out. Oh, Margaret, the most dramatized TV series coming our way. the ratings would be amazing. Alright, so will TJ come crying to Margaret after her brother-in-law puts him out? And the answer is yes. Oh golly. Oh golly, yes. And this is the Ten of Swords. And swords is the swords are thoughts and the mentality, the mental capacity, and usually lots of conflict in it because there's lots of logical thinking and things going down. And the Ten of Swords is also kind of like a small death of a personality, so it would make sense that this symbolizes TJ having a bit of a mental breakdown and coming crying to you because he's having a small death. He's having a small mental crisis because everything has changed. Nothing will ever be the same again, and he's overwhelmed by it mentally. So he has a small death in personality. So a small mental breakdown, he's gonna come crying to you because he can't handle it. Alright, I hope that helps you out, Margaret. I'm gonna put this stick away, and then I'm going to drink some water and catch up on chat. Okay, and water. Water is good stuff. Okay. And it looks like I've caught up in chat. Alright, if I've caught up in chat, I will go to an oracle deck. And I'll read from there. Because I can. Boop, information card. We don't look at the information card. It's shy. Oh, right. Noises. Alright. So the law of attraction assembles all cooperative relationships. So there is a vortex of becoming, a vortex that contains all of the requests, all of the amended requests, each and every detail of each and every asking that has emanated from you. Emanated from you. Got it. Each and every detail of each and every asking has emanated from you, and the law of attraction is responding to that. The vortex is literally drawing all of the things necessary for the completion of every request it contains. All cooperative components are being summoned and are coming for the completion of these creations, for the answering of these questions, and for the solutions to these problems. Flawed premises can attract true unwanted evidence. If you were to hear false premise again and again until you yourself began to believe and repeat it, now your own activation of the contrary vibration would interfere with your sense of intelligence, and you would begin to attract evidence of your belief, in effect proving the false premise to be true. And so it becomes increasingly hard for you to call this a false premise when the evidence seems to be telling you that it is true, for over time you've come to believe it is true. Our source is one of love, not condemnation. When you pay attention to the way you feel and deliberately choose more thoughts that feel good while you think them, you will begin to recognize the nature of your broader, non-physical desires. The majority of negative emotions that you feel are not because the subject of your thought is wrong, but instead because you are not condemning something that your source does not condemn. Your source is one of love, not of condemnation. Water time. Water. John is here. And hi John, how you doing? John says, should I buy the rune set? That's a very good question. I will ask the cards. Okay, which deck would like to answer John? Which deck would like to answer John? Which deck would like to answer John? Number 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's the gay tarot. Should John buy the rune set? Should John buy the rune set? The rune set. Should John buy it? The answer is yes. And it's a big yes because it is a major arcana. And it is the Hanged Man. And I already know that this card is saying that if you buy the rune set, it's going to give you a whole different perspective on life. So go buy it. It is meant to be. Alright, I hope that helps you out, John. Yeah, let's look here. And this one's for me. I'm not narrating my own. Oh, that makes sense. Okay. No, I'm not explaining. I'm just drawing cards. Okay, yeah. So it's a new action for the ending of 10. Being just a page? Why just a page? That's very sad. I don't think I'm just a page. But you know what? That makes sense. And then inner strength. Okay, well, alright, yeah. Alright. Back to reading oracle cards. Oh yay, the AC, because come on. So making peace with my today will improve my future. It may sound odd, but the fastest way to get to a new and improved situation is to make peace with your current situation. By making lists of the most positive aspects you can find about your current situation, you then release your resistance to the improvements that are awaiting you. But if you rail against the injustices of your current situation, you hold yourself in vibrational alignment with what you do not want, and you cannot then move in the direction of improvement. It defies law. Okay, got that one. Peace. That one I have to write down. Guess who's got meditation homework? This girl. I have meditation homework. Alright, even I get homework. Alrighty, let's see what the next card is. My life is about my relationships. You will never find yourself in a point in time when the subject of relationships is not an active part of your now experience. For everything you perceive or notice or know is because of your relationship with something else. Without a comparative experience, you would be unable to perceive or focus any kind of understanding within yourself. Therefore, it is accurate to say that without relationships, you could not exist at all. Fair. That's fair. Well, when you think about it that way, yes. Because literally, if your parents didn't have a relationship, you would not be here. Fundamentally, it works out fully and completely. I can replace false premises with law-based premises. There has been a theme unfolding here of replacing flawed premises with law-based premises. And we would like to leave you with one final: we all make too much of this. It is simpler than we all make it out to be. Be easy about it. Be kind to yourself. Do things that feel fun. Look for things that bring you relief. And just easily move into that place, your vortex, where all things that you want have already been lined up for you. Alright, so what is it? Be kind and have fun. Okay. Be kind and have fun. Awesome. More water. More ice water. So good. So tasty. Ooh, yummy. Good water. Okay. The thoughts I think determine the relationship I attract. Not only does the power of your thought determine which people make their way into your life, but it determines how they behave once they get there. You are thinking, vibrating attractor of your experience, and the thoughts you think determine everything about the life you live. As you turn your attention towards the positive aspects of the personalities and behaviors of others with whom you share your planet, you will train your point of attraction in the direction of only what you desire. Mm-hmm. Parla Slouch, hello, greetings. Winky Face likes that particular card. Cool. Let's see, which one is this one? The thoughts I think determine the relationship I attract. It's so true. It's so true. And Parla Slouch says, waving pink hand, avoiding getting involved in anything. That means you're going to be in the center of everything, doesn't it? Okay. Every relationship I establish is eternal. It is our desire that if you come to remember that every relationship is eternal, and that once it has been established, it is part of your vibrational makeup forevermore. And that in your powerful now, where all that you have become converges with all that you are now becoming, you hold the power to create and sow your observation of a situation, wanted or unwanted, no matter how remote you believe yourself to be, makes you a co-creative partner of the experience. No matter how remote you believe yourself to be, makes you a co-creative partner of the experience. And Parlasach says, can't fix stuff, such as weather patterns. Well, I have two opinions on that. One opinion would be, Mother Nature is not something to be fixed. Mother Nature is just going to do what Mother Nature do, and you cannot change the weather. But also, I have summoned the rain with rain music before, so maybe you should just ask nicer. And popcorn, happy popcorn. It's like trying to throw popcorn at an interactive Rocky H picture show. You would succeed at making the floor dirty. So I can find harmony by feeling for improved thoughts. If we were contemplating an action that caused negative emotion, we would not proceed with the action until we had resolved the negative emotion. We would make sure that we had come to alignment with Source before proceeding. By feeling for the improved thought in time, and usually in a short time, you will feel the harmony of your Source, and you will know the appropriateness of your behavior. We would not look for the long lists of right and wrong, but instead we would feel for the emotion of alignment with Source. So, Jupiter, ellipses, an unhappy television, and a volcano explosion. Choose your own adventure. I do like choose your own adventure games. They are very fun. My thoughts join a powerful swirling vortex of attraction. In the same way that the law of attraction is responding to the thoughts, words, and actions that you are offering here in your physical reality, the law of attraction is always responding powerfully to your vibrational reality. When the law of attraction, the universal manager of all vibrations, responds to the clarity of vibration offered by your expanding inner being, the result is a powerful swirling vortex of attraction. Need more water. Oof. Water good. Okay, Brother Fletch says pink, was it a vibrating pin for a map? Ellipses had an .ai assistant that always asks questions but doesn't think this is the way to go about it. And John asks, would Gemma take me back if I wanted her? I will ask the cards, John. Alright, which deck would like to answer John? Which deck would like to answer John? It is number 2. 1, 2, which is the Gay Tarot. That's Ravenclaw for number 2. Would Gemma take John back if he wanted her? Would Gemma take John back if he wanted her? Would Gemma take John back if he wanted her? Alright, and the answer is no. Gemma would not take you back if you wanted her. And this is the Six of Swords. And I know the Six of Swords is when you take an experience and you take the lessons from that experience and you take them forth into further experiences. So, from her previous experience with you, it would not happen. She would have learned her lesson and moved on. Alright, so I hope that helps out, John. And let's see, Parla Slouch says, hole in the ground, big black bomb, taxi cab, taxi rollin'. Those driverless cars had trouble in San Francisco during yesterday's earthquake. Ellipses likes the Six of Swords card. It's a very good card. Some encounters are yo-yo. Some encounters are meet that person only once. And John says, why is she calling me? She was horrible. She was in the Philippines. I'll ask the cards. Why is she calling? Why is she calling? Why is she calling? I got a better question. Did you answer the phone call? But I will genuinely ask the cards. So why is she calling John? Let's see, which deck? Number 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Supernatural deck. John says no, definitely not. Well, that's why you're here asking the question instead of asking her. Alright, so why is she calling John? 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 Let's see. We got the Chariots. Interesting. So it is a major arcana. She is charging forth in the Chariot with determination and streamlined thinking. Whatever is in her head, she's trying to get it from you. I can look into another card to see if it gives details on what that might be. Ooh, it's something emotional. It is number 7. So she's probably thinking back on things. And what comes to my mind with the 7 of Cups this time is closure. She would be calling with determination, trying to get closure. And that is what the cards are telling me. So I hope that helps you out, John. Alright, I want more water, and then I'm going to read chat. Okay. So I did miss a bit of paralysis. Here we go. And Parlasouch says, flying a kite, ellipses, anyone can be frightened out of fear. Parlasouch says, especially when an island has a big volcanic alert. And Parlasouch says, what is that thing called? It was in the Olympics. It's not a puck. It's a stone. It's a... Is it a throwing stone? It's not a throwing stone. What is it called? It was one of the sports at the Olympics. Curling! Curling, thank you. Exactly. The curling stone. Thank you, Carlos. It takes only 0.22 seconds for a pyroclastic puff of air to turn flesh into stone. Parlasouch says the skiing is some sort of snow activity. It might be sledding. Sledding emoji. Can't begin to imagine being on a cell phone and realize 0.22 seconds. Parlasouch says, six-sided die, ellipses, nobody wants to have an unhappy ending. Ping pong paddle. Is the strategy actually working? Abacus, good luck. And John says, what type of closure? It was emotional closure. Emotional closure, John. That was the 7 of Cups, because cups represent emotion. Sorry if I didn't say that. And then Parla says, 1998. What would you call that? It looks like a radio face. A radio tuner. The kind in which she's still got electricity slash pumping. And Paula Slouch says curling. It's one of those strange objects nobody thinks would be useful. I actually found curling to be one of the most fascinating parts of the Winter Olympics. It was the most fun to watch. And John says, I've been to the Philippines. Cool, how was it? Did you have fun? Did you take pictures? Did you bring back souvenirs? Yeah. I got a t-shirt. What does the t-shirt say? And Pralaslouch says, ellipses, Mars plus Uranus equals electronic and digital gadgets have been acting up. And Pralaslouch says, ellipses, awesome t-shirt. John says, I lost them in Manila Airport, lol. Well, that was a silly thing to do. Did you misplace them somewhere? That'll do it. Well, I'm sorry for your lost t-shirt. Did you have experience with Majala there? Is that her name? Jamila. Jamila. Yep, okay. Oh. Well, that explains everything. And John says, well, I still have the shirt that says Davao City on it. Is that in the Philippines? I'm guessing it is. Is that where you met her? In person? And Joe says, yeah, Southern part, pretty big city, like 1 million. That's big city. On Scout. Is Scout some sort of app We broke up last September. I'm glad I broke up with her, says John. Oh no, there must be reasons. They got Kukam magic in Philippines. Oh my, what is Kukam magic? Kugam. Witchcraft. Kulam. Well, it's a long story. I'm sure it's just a tiring story. I'm glad it happened though. Sounds like there's good parts. Well, it is your personal life and you do not have to share it, but you may if you would like to. Let's see. John says, you know anything about Filipino magic? Nope, no clue. Okay, and no, I got no problem with it. She lied. I sent her thousands of dollars. Oh no, you got scammed. Consistently lied. Yep. Sounds about right. When you say the words, I sent her thousands of dollars, I'm sorry, red flags come up that tell me that you were scammed. Just taking advantage of me. Yeah, that's called being scammed. John says, "Oh yeah, I know." Well, it wasn't catfished. Well, it was catfished. Well, that's good. I know her pretty well. Oh, do you? And I was gonna marry her. What was I thinking? Lol. You were thinking all kinds of fanciful things. Oh, John. Sounds like you have a very long, sad story. She must have captivated either your eyes or your mind. Or both. Yeah, Kin K, I'm not married, but at least I'm in a better spot. I'm 28, says John. John says, I wish I get married pretty soon. What are you looking forward to getting married for? God, so many typos. Yeah, I know. I've gotten pretty good to adjusting to them. So, John, what are the perks of getting married? I want to find a lifetime partner. So, what are the perks of a lifetime partner, John? You know, I don't have many answers to that. Me either. I don't either. But that's one. I mean, everybody wants one. No. Incorrect. I do not want one. And John says, I gotta create my own reality. Well, yeah. Okay. You are free to want what you want. And John says, okay, that's fair. Thank you. And John says, I attract what I am. You attract what you think about. And John says, so I have to become the person I want to be on the inside. Sounds about right. And John says, OMFG, I hate this. Crying emoji, laughing crying emoji. Sucks. Lol. Yeah, you could say it sucks, or you could just say you are gathering the information about what you don't want so that you know that so that you know what you do want. If you know you hate this, then you have to go in the opposite direction. It also sounds like you feel very stressed out about your situation. I would like to assure you that if you have a good nap, you will wake up refreshed and you will be able to try again. And it's okay. And John says, have you worked with sigils before? I have done a few sigils with, was it a little bit of money magic, but not too much. I would basically look it up again. So don't ask me, ask Google. But you know what? I still have that jar hanging around. So it's still doing its job. And John says, I see, okay. And John says, I can't be single anymore. So, John, you desire to not be alone anymore. Tell me more about that. What do you want in a uh lifetime partner? Because that's gonna help you focus on what you want. When did you do it? Oh God, years ago. And I had found a very pretty bottle to put the spell in. And I put the sigil on the bottom of the bottle and the spell ingredients in the bottle, and I corked it, and it's been traveling with me for years. And John says, didn't know they could last that long. I have never known a spell to have a time cap on it. Especially when you still believe it's working. It's a childhood wound. Childhood wounds can be very painful. And John says, I was talking to a reader, and she said she was doing a shamanic journey session with me. That's where it comes from. Ah. And John says, not feeling worthy or lovable. You don't feel worthy or lovable, and you know what? That might be where you are right now, but it also might mean that you need a nap and to wake up refreshed. Because when you get to that point, I know that that is the point when you have no more energy to give and you just need that nap. You need a refresher. Well, I don't see any. There's some. Hmm. Alright, and leave these one shuffle. I'll continue filling the time with oracle cards. And I mean, this is the Getting into the Vortex deck, a deck of 60 relationship cards. So if I have to read any oracle cards, this is probably the best one to do so for this moment. And John says, be back in a sec. Take your time. I'm going to read some oracle cards. However, I am going to warn you that I have been streaming for an hour and 47 minutes. So I will be leaving in about 12 minutes. So go ahead. And I'm going to read some oracle cards until then. And my true success is measured by my alignments. Alignment with Source, being inside your vortex of creation, becoming one with true expanded version of you, is the ultimate selfishness. And yes, in that state of alignment, all good things must come to you. Every rocket of desire that you have launched will be fulfilled. True success is not the attainment of things, the achievement of tasks, or the achievement of financial abundance. True success is coming into alignment with you. Yes, selfishly aligning with your desires, your clarity, your confidence, your knowledge, your love with yourself. I am a vibrational being, vibrationally emanating desires. You live in a vibrational universe that is managed by the law of attraction. The law of attraction is bringing vibrations that are alike together. And so it is important for you to acknowledge that you are vibrational beings, consistently emanating vibrational signals of desire. And when from your human form, you offer a vibration of what you want, because you know what you don't want. So you know what you do want. You cannot contemplate any subject without equal components of wanted and unwanted appearing vibrationally in your experience. Alright. John says, what do you do for work? My day job, I'm a bus driver. And John says, I had a bad car accident 4 years ago. And John says, so I'm unemployed. Aha. You're unemployed because of medical reasons. And John says, no, I got insecurities. You're allowed to have insecurities. And John says, trying to find a job is taking too damn long. That sounds frustrating. And John says, I should have money, lol, but it's all tied up. Money can be complicated. As complicated as you make it. And John says, I received almost $1 million in money from that accident. Cool. And John says, and it's down to 500,000, but it's gone up because I blew it. Hmm. And John says, yep, if you get that. Understandable? I got so much insecurities right now. That sounds very stressful, John. Nikolai Superstar. Hi, Nikolai. Hey, my favorite reader. Aw, you're very sweet. Thank you. And John says, yeah, goddamn. And John says, that's why I'm trying to grow spiritually. Yeah. And Nikolai says, so how will the celebrities in Hollywood versus the celebrities at home view me when I've made it? Just for fun. I like fun. Sparkle, sparkle. So I'm going to answer that for Nikolai. We're going to put that on a board. So, celebrities in, let's go Hollywood. And home. There you go. Hollywood versus home. There we go. So we're going to pick a deck for Nikolai about how the celebrities in Hollywood versus the celebrities at home will view Nikolai once she's made it. Okay, so which deck? Which deck? Queen! 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Octopus tarot. This is more of a tarot card question. All right. So we got Hollywood versus home. How will the celebrities in Hollywood versus the celebrities at home view Nikolai once she's made it? How will the celebrities in Hollywood versus home view Nikolai once she's made it? Alright. The celebrities in Hollywood and the celebrities at home. Let's see what we got. Ooh, so we have the Five of Pentacles for the ones in Hollywood. We have the Tower for the ones at home. Five of Pentacles. The Five of Pentacles is is the card of choosing to be like stubborn and refusing stuff that would help you out. It's like the little octopus is looking away from the money that's floating away. So the Hollywood people are going to see you in a negative light. Five of Pentacles. Five is the conflict card, and Pentacles is the wealth, health, and earth elements. So this one also usually indicates like the poor, you know what? I think it is a money status thing. The people in Hollywood would look at your status as a poorer person or a poor start at stardom. And not really think highly of you. And then the one at home is actually worse because this is a major arcana. This is the tower. This is the card of destruction. This is a foundation that has been fractured and people are dripping out windows and terrible things are happening. Everything's on fire and it's all chaos. Now this has a lot saying a lot. It's saying what people will think of you. It's not the reality of what you will be living once you've made it. But you know that the news will always take what celebrities are doing and say the worst possible things. So these are the worst possible things that they can say about you once you've reached stardom. So if they do that, then you have truly made it, because then you are a point to look at and say, look at all this terrible stuff. And they're just trying to make news about you. And that's what I get the sense of it. But also I hope you know the song Pink Pony Club. Because that is what the song that is popping into my brain, especially about the home celebrities, because it's a song about a lady who wants to go to Pink Pony Club and she wants to sing and dance, and her mother is just so ashamed of her for leaving the hometown to go to the West Coast to perform in a Pink Pony Club, which is a club for all kinds of it's where queens can go be queens and sing and dance and have a great time. And the mother was ashamed of that lifestyle, but the girl was still called to the club, and in the song she went and she would say in a lamenting way, "Oh mother, I still think of you. But I'm here and I'm living my dream." So I don't think these are a reflection on you making it, but you're gonna have those gossipy people saying whatever they think, and you can't stop it. But it's good to know what they're gonna be up to when you do make it. They're just jealous. They're just jealous, honey. All right. I hope you. So I hope that helped you out, and that definitely put me over my 2 hours. I'm going to put these cards away, and then I'm going to read chat. And then I'm going to sign off here soon. Not yet, but soon. Alright, let's see here. Let's see. John says, I gotta claim who I wanna be. Magic is good, but I have to see myself differently. You gotta make yourself who you wanna be, John, and I wish you luck. Try vision boards, try whatever you can and want to until something sticks, until you feel it, and then go for it. That's my advice for the night. And then Nikolai says, "Oh my goodness," laughing, crying. Doesn't seem like I'll have good reputation, but you know the news. Laughing, crying, laughing, crying. But also they speak bad about everybody, every celebrity. Look at Michael Jackson for the Kardashians. Yes, I know, Pink Pony. Yeah. Yeah, you get it. Nikolai Superstar says, sounds like the ones at home will be kind of jealous. Laugh out loud. Laughing. Ruffle-mouth, ruffle-mouth, ruffle-mouth. Yes, I want to be in Hollywood and break out of the home. Oh, that makes so much sense of why Pink Pony Club was in my head then. Ruffle-mouth, ruffle-mouth. It does help heart. Smile. They also used to talk so bad about Michael Jackson, and he still became an icon. So true. So true. It's what they would say in Hollywood. They would say, all attention is good attention, even the bad stuff, because it gives you attention. And Nikolai Superstar says, but people at home have so much national pride. When you want to leave, it's the end of the world. Of course it is. Of course it is. They're little babies leaving. Alright, well, you guys have been awesome. I have hit my 2-hour limit, so I am going to go for the night. I'm glad I was able to talk to everyone and answer your questions. John, good luck. Be easy with yourself. Take good care of yourself. And look for the best. And I hope everything works out for you. And Nikolai says, heart, heart, heart. Hope you have a good night. And Nikolai, I hope you do too. You go and rock on, honey. You're doing amazing. Have a great night. Bye, everyone.